why do I immediately worry that this is going to suck? If experience has taught me anything, it's that games based on good action films of the 80s are unenjoyable at best, unplayable at worst. Thankfully, LJN weren't allowed anywhere near RoboCop, so there might be some hope. Although, are Ocean much better? This is a side-scrolling shooter / beat-em-up, where you walk from left to right, can shoot horizontally, vertically, and at 45-degree angles. You can jump and crouch to avoid enemy fire. If you run out of health or time on any given stage, you die, but you do get unlimited continues, which is cool. There is a nice variation of enemies. Machine gunners will run at you or fire down from windows. Surprisingly, these don't do a great amount of damage. However, those jump-kicking guys and the ones with the baseball bats, you'd better watch out because they damage you more for some reason. Some throw grenades too, which do a lot of damage. Being RoboCop, your movement is as clunky and plodding as you'd expect, and the enemies, by and large, are much quicker and agile than you. You'll get to know their movement patterns and firing arcs quite quickly, but you still need to be prepared, as often the hidden enemies don't emerge until you're quite close to them. Basically, if there's a window above you, get ready to shoot at it, because more than likely there'll be a gunman in there. They don't aim directly at you, but are limited to the same 45-degree angles as you. Their generous hitboxes allow you to stand slightly off-center underneath the windows and fire directly up at them, without them being able to hit you. If there's a motorcycle coming, duck as soon as you see it, else it'll hit you. If you come in close quarters with an enemy, RoboCop automatically starts punching enemies. This is the only way you can pass through barrels. There are power-ups you can get. The P pickups are health, and there are spread shots and fireballs with limited ammo. In between the side-scrolling levels, there are a few first-person stages, including one where you have to shoot a guy who is holding a woman hostage, without hitting her obviously. This is executed really well actually. Controlling the crosshair is more accurate than you'd imagine. Hit her twice though and she'll die, which will lead to a game over. The bosses are tough as nails. Fighting Ed 209 for the first time is really tricky. You have a very strict time limit and no gun. So you're required to avoid the gunfire and then get in close to punch a couple of times before backing up. It's tricky but figure-outable. There's a glorious soundtrack in this game. The intro music is quite mellow and a weird offset to the rest of the game, which is basically about killing and stuff. Once you get into the game, it's a bit more up-tempo. It's a nice looking game as well. I particularly like the screen wipes at the start of the stages, and everything's clear with accurate hit detection. The game gets really tricky towards the end, but with unlimited continues, it's certainly beatable. A good difficulty level, I'd say, and I'm not put off by the slow character movement, as an agile RoboCop wouldn't be realistic now, would it? Decent movie conversions are few and far between, as we know, and this one's great fun actually. I mentioned the excellent audio by Jonathan Dunn. The intro music was curiously chosen to market kitchen appliances here in Europe on some TV ads in the early 90s. The song appeared in all Ocean variations of this game, but it was the Game Boy one that was chosen. Very weird. The commercial itself is like a fever dream. Definitely one to look up on YouTube. Search Ariston RoboCop or something.
And on. And on. And Ariston.
Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below, and if you can spare a second, give the review a quick thumbs up, it really helps out. Subscribe to the Portable Power Podcast for a new Game Boy review every day from Monday to Friday. Or alternately, new episodes of the podcast drop every Saturday and Sunday on whichever platform you get your pods. See you later on.